If you like winter, then this is the perfect pattern for you. We're talking about multiple potent blasts from Old Man Winter, not only over the next several days, but likely still weeks to come. This was one of the many different snow pictures out of the winter blast over the last couple of days, dropping a surprise several inches more than really anticipated across portions of the Ohio Valley. As we take a look at the upcoming pattern, guess what? Another system. This guy develops ice storm warnings, winter storm watches and warnings out. The snow will be to the north side of this, a general 2, maybe 3 inches in spots as this moves off towards portions of the Mid-Atlantic up into the Northeast again. This is going to be the continuous ice zone, Ohio and Tennessee valleys. It could definitely be pretty dicey here with some decent accumulations. We'll just continue to get waves of moisture with little troughs that spin off multiple rounds of snow, active more again in the west too, with some heavy snow and a lot of wind up in the portions of the northwest. This system could be some widespread light to briefly moderate snow. We'll get some rain down south. It's just extremely active, and that's going to likely continue with this big jet stream pattern. Major dips in the jet stream allowing cold, really polar / Arctic air to flow down at times, and this active jet stream pulling in moisture and bringing it up northeastward. We get good blocking in the atmosphere, so these storms don't just go straight east or west to east. If they're organized, if it's a deep low pressure system, it'll be caught up in the flow and it will go up the east coast a little bit. So just very active. Decent amounts of above average precipitation. This is rain and snow over the course of the next couple of weeks. And obviously if you have big cold air that's going to stretch down into this area here and you have above average precipitation, it's going to be a pretty snowy pattern. Or with the other one coming through, it's got a little ice with it, that's for sure. So this will be the snowy pattern. We have pretty good agreement from the main computer models and from the ensemble members as well. That tells us that all these different models that are ran with different initial conditions are still seeing a lot of the same kind of things. So this will be your active storm track here. Not much snow in this area because it's suppressed due to Canadian high pressure and a lot of dry air. We continue, more systems. This one could be much more organized. This could be one of the big winter storms across portions of the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, up into the far interior Northeast. We'll see. Some runs are on board, some are not. But that's pretty decent wrapping around there. Then you get the cold air and you get the residual moisture and you get big lake effect potential on the backside. It's just a lot. Southern storms, absolutely. This is the setup for southern systems to move in across Dallas and Memphis, Tuscaloosa, maybe Atlanta, and then swing up into portions of the Mid-Atlantic eventually, just like this. Will it happen exactly like that? Don't know yet, but the pattern's right for it. Again, more active back across the Rocky Mountains as well. It's just a very jam-packed weather pattern. It's going to be very cold. The next 2 weeks, well below average temperatures, extremely below. We're talking like -20 below typical temperatures for this time of year across a big portion of the nation's midsection, well below average into portions of New York City, down across the south. If you want warmth, you got to go to Florida. That's the only above average regime really possible across the whole U.S. Relatively rare February pattern because typically in more moderate to strong La Niñas, February is above average. We don't see the major blocking and the major cold air outbreaks. But with the polar vortex invasion this year, things have definitely switched up. Very detailed weather information around impacts as a snow and ice management contractor here available from NeoWeather. And as you go into the warm season, landscaping, construction, public works, energy, etc., we're here to help. Would love to hear from you.